Hi, uh, I hope you learned something about Soxhlet apparatus, which I taught yesterday. And for the tomorrow section, we are going to start with the column chromatography. Before doing that, we need to make a setup. This is the apparatus. This is a column. It has to be filled with silica and the sample as a required amount. I'll be teaching you like as convenient. Uh, to be known, this apparatus like there will be a hole. As we did earlier in the chocolate apparatus, to avoid the overflow of the water, we will be adding cotton in it, right? So in that case, we are going to add little cotton in it. So don't take a too small a pinch of cotton or too big. We need a medium size. We have to take a medium size, which is not too tight and which is not too loose. It's like mediumly. We have to maintain the strength of the cotton, and we have to put it inside. Yeah, like this we have to make a small bed over there using cotton. Why we are using cotton? In case to make to get a, through this we will be getting extract, right, which is like column separated column extract will be getting. To avoid the overflow of it, or we need like eventually we drop by drop we need it. So that's why we will be adding, to avoid like overflow, we will be adding cotton in it. So in the next case we will be adding solvent here. We are using hexane. So hexane solvent we will be adding. So one third, how much? Generally this part is like stationary part. So what we are getting is eluate, and what we'll be adding is eluent, and this part is stationary part. So in the stationary part we'll be adding silica or alumina. In most of the case silica will be adding, because if a if a compound or drug will be containing is like acidic in basic in sorry if a compound or drug will be adding silica, in that case silica is acidic in nature, so we will be able to separate the basic components. So in case we are adding alumina is generally basic in nature, so you will be able to separate acidic components from the extract. So we will be adding little amount of hexane, which I am adding now, you can see. Now we added the hexane, and we are going to make a stationary phase. For the stationary phase we need to prepare a slurry. Slurry is nothing but we are in our experiment we are going to use silica. As I said earlier, silica we are going to use, which I like weighed and I kept here. We are going to mix a solvent in it, and we are going to make a little slurry. So don't forget how much amount you are taking. For a 1000 ml flask apparatus you have to take 150 gram of silica, and in this case then also 150 gram if you are taking, you have to take one third of the silica weight, you have to take the solvent as usual. So now I am going to add hexane again. So mix it nicely. We added hexane in this beaker, profile like silica, and hexane is there. You can see the bubbles. You can see the bubbles there. To avoid that, just mix it uh, as much as possible. through that the air bubbles comes out, and it will be like, because we are going to place it over here and we are going to make bed. If there is a gap, uh, the column won't be nice, and the compound separation will be, there will be little contamination stick. So mix it nicely to avoid the bubbles. Yeah, I hope you can, when I mix, I hope you can see the bubbles coming up and it disappears. Yeah. Now you can see, now you can see there is no bubbles or no any gap inside the silica. So mix mix as much as possible and add it into the flask. But when you are adding into the flask, it should not be like, you can't pour it like fully, like you can pour it fast. So as a side by side, you have to pour it slowly. Yeah, by simultaneously when you are adding it, just tap it from the all this side uh, by holding it. So through that, it can, you can be able to make the bed now just straight. You have to prepare the bed straight, so you have to like, don't be, in some part it will be like this, some part it will be low. It should not happen. So tap in between to make it as a straight bed. Yeah, now we added the enough amount what we measured. Silica has been added fully, and we are letting the exchange water to come up and down. It's like cycle. We are doing it again. Why we are doing it? To reduce the, to avoid the bubbles in between the silica bed, and there should not be any gap or any bubbles. As I said earlier, there should not be any gap or bubbles in the stationary phase. To avoid that, we are like repeating the solvent and over it again. Okay, so when, and one more thing, when you are like repeating it, don't pour it directly into it, because there will be a gap for, there will be a formation of gap in the silica bed. And one more thing, when you are extracting it down and again we are adding, right, so that time make sure that silica bed, the solvent which is like coming down, we are collecting it, should not give below the bed size. Okay, so when it reaches the bed size, just off it and add the solvent again, and again repeat it. Don't let the stationary phase become dry. Yeah, now you can see clearly the bed is like uniformly straight, and you can also see the excess of like silica. You can also see the, yeah, now you can also see the excess of silica, right? So when you are adding it again, use the same solvent which you collected below, and when you add slowly using pipette or like dropper, just slowly add it. So once it get right, and pour all the solvent over there and make it uh, for like overnight, so make the bed clearly settle and all. Yeah, now we are like letting the excess silica which is settled in the which is chicked in the flask, we are making it down. As I said earlier, use pipette or any dropper which will make there won't be any gap. Okay, make sure there should not be any gap. If there is any gap, just try to tap it and make it like a straight bed. Yeah, now at last we have to add the excess silicone, because we measured and took it, right? So we have to add the excess silicone. I'm not going to add it directly because I don't want to disturb the bed which is prepared correctly. So I'm just adding using the same dropper. I hope you can see the clear view of the bed which we made, and this part is like stationary part. One second. Yeah, this part is stationary part, and here we'll be adding the sample tomorrow. We have to keep it as like for a while, because why I'm one more thing, why I'm adding this solvent, since it is prepared, we should not make the silica dry. Okay, because once silica can easily able to get dry, so we are adding the solvent using hexane will make the silica bed as wet as possible. So we are going to keep this overnight, and tomorrow when coming back, we'll be in the during this section we will be adding sample in it. When adding the sample, there are little, not that much difficult, but little you have to be careful. So I'll be talking you tomorrow, and yeah, the setup is done. and tomorrow we are like we can run the sample and we can separate the compounds. Thank you.